諦めない心君とならば頑張れる無駄なことはないよ上を向いて笑おう一度君の時だから Love, I got a feeling if you put your trust in me I know what my life would be Oh, you are all I ever need
In a story set years in the past, Himura Yu is a studious and diligent young man, intent solely on maintaining his top academic position at Ottawa Academy. One day he meets a mysterious girl named Amamiya Yuko, who, to his surprise, recognizes him. Memories of a distant childhood, memories rather left forgotten. Meeting Yuko again will force you to confront the regrets and sorrows of their collective pasts and presents. In the present, Kuse Shuichi may seem like a womanizer, but upon closer inspection is a man who would rather be left alone. Hayama Mizuki, however, is not the type of girl who would let him be, especially after hearing the beautiful sounds of his violin performance. As Mizuki attempts to become closer to him, Kuse attempts to push her away.
花になりたいのですどんな時もずっと
Number 9.
いえ、僕にはその権利があります。だって僕は優子さんを愛してるから。ダメって。
Seikyo Private Academy, built on the intrigue of a traditional occult myth, bears a dark past. For 60 years it has been haunted by a ghost known as Yuko, a young woman who mysteriously died in the basement of the old school building. With no memory of her life or death, Yuko discreetly finds and heads the Paranormal Investigations Club in search for answers. A chance meeting leads Yuko to cling to diligent freshman Teiichi Miya, who can see the quirky ghost. They quickly grow close and he decides to help her. Along with Kirie Kanoe, Yuko's relative, and the oblivious second-year Momoe Okonogi, they delve deep into the infamous 7 mysteries of a storied school. Tasogare Otome, Amnesia, tells a unique tale of students who work together to shed light on the school's paranormal happenings, all the while inching closer to the truth behind Yuko's death.
花になりたいのですどんな時もずっと
Number 8.
おめえと一緒に入れてよかったって。
しゅうちゃんごめんね
アホ謝るなって。
Chise is an ordinary schoolgirl, small, frail, and not particularly intelligent. Her greatest joy is her budding romance with her classmate and childhood friend Shuji. They both live in a small military town in Hokkaido where high schoolers have few concerns other than who is dating whom and complaining about the steep climb up Hell Hill every day before school. One day, Shuji and his friends make a trip to Sapporo to buy gifts for their girlfriends. A massive air raid on Sapporo that kills thousands including one of Shuji's friends and signals the beginning of a war. Fleeing from the carnage, Shuji spots Chise, though now she has steel wings and a massive gun where her right arm should be. Against her will, she has been transformed into the ultimate cyborg weapon, capable of leveling entire cities.
花になりたいのですどんな時もずっと
Number 7.
Yukito Kunisaki is on a journey in search of the winged maiden, who was bound to the sky centuries ago after hearing an old childhood tale from his mother. As Yukito shows his puppet show to people in an attempt to make some money, he finds himself in a small town in which he did not expect to stay long. However, when he meets an unusual girl named Misusu, things take a drastic turn as he is invited to stay with her. By staying in the quaint town, Yukito soon becomes friends with the locals. As he gets to know them better, he learns of their problems and decides to help, putting his search for the winged maiden on hold. With his search on hold, and his growing attachment to Misuzu and the small town, will Yukito ever find a winged maiden, or is she closer than he thought?
Number 6.
何言って。
Putting his life on the line, William Ketch leaves his loved ones behind and sets out to battle a mysterious monster, and even though he is victorious, he is rendered frozen in ice. It is during his icy slumber that terrifying creatures known as beasts emerge on the Earth's surface and threaten humanity's existence. William awakens 500 years later, only to find himself the sole survivor of his race as mankind is wiped out. Together with the surviving races, William takes refuge on the floating islands in the sky. Living in fear of the beasts below, he lives a life of loneliness and only does odd jobs to get by. One day, he is tasked with being a weapons storehouse caretaker. Thinking nothing of it, William accepts, but he soon realizes that these weapons are actually part of a group of young leprechauns.
Number 5.
早見ちゃん早見ちゃん
Takuma Hirose is a blind young male high school student. Though the cause for his blindness is undetermined, in order to heal his medical condition, he is sent to live in a village with his uncle. There, he meets several girls, 3 of which stand out more than any of the others. They are Hayamiko Hinata, Hinata Kangura, and Otoha. Otoha temporarily heals his blindness, and Hirose uses his sight to help others. He finds out that for some reason Hayamiko Hinata is hated in the village, and he tries his best to help her out. Meanwhile, many sad secrets unfold in the village.
Number 4.
ありがとう。私のために泣いてくれてありがとう。
18-year-old Tsukasa Mizugaki has failed his college entrance exams, but after pulling some strings, he manages to land a job at the Sion Artificial Intelligence Corporation. Psycorp is responsible for the creation of Giftias, highly advanced androids which are almost indiscernible from normal humans. However, unlike humans, Giftias have a maximum lifespan of 18,920 hours, or around 9 years and 4 months. Terminal Service 1, the station Tsukasa was assigned to, is responsible for collecting Giftias that have met their expiration date before they lose their memories and become hostile. Promptly after joining Terminal Service 1, Tsukasa is partnered with a beautiful Giftia named Ayla. She is a Terminal Service veteran and considered the best Giftia in retrievals, contrary to her petite figure and placid nature.
Number 3.
'Intrigued by the tale of a mountain god, 6-year-old Hotaru Takegawa loses her way in the ancient forest while visiting her uncle. Exhausted and desperate for help, Hotaru is thrilled to find a masked forest spirit named Gin. She learns the hard way that she should not touch the boy or he will disappear. In spite of this, Gin leads Hotaru out of the forest and warns her to never return when she promises to come again with a gift. Paying no heed to his cautionary words, and despite being separated by both distance and planes of existence, Hotaru and Gin become close friends as she visits him every summer. However, their relationship and resolve are put to the test when romantic feelings conflict with the one and only rule.
Number
西宮
As a wild youth, elementary school student Shoya Ishida sought to beat boredom in the cruelest ways. When the deaf Shoko Nishimiya transfers into his class, Shoya and the rest of his class thoughtlessly bully her for fun. However, when her mother notifies the school, he is singled out and blamed for everything done to her. With Shoko transferring out of the school, Shoya is left at the mercy of his classmates. He is heartlessly ostracized in all thorough elementary and middle school, while teachers turn a blind eye. Now in his third year of high school, Shoya is still plagued by his wrongdoings as a young boy. Sincerely regretting his past actions, he sets out on a journey of redemption, to meet Shoko once more and make amends.
Number 1.
僕たちは生きていくんだ。これからもずっと一緒に。
As a child, Riki Naoe shot himself from the world, thanks to a diagnosis of narcolepsy following the tragic deaths of his parents. However, Riki is saved when one fateful day, a boy named Kyosuke recruits him into a team who call themselves the Little Busters. Accompanied by Masato, Kengo, and Rin, these misfits spend their childhood fighting evil and enjoying their youth. Years pass, and even in high school, the well-knit teammates remain together. Kyosuke decides to reignite the Little Busters by forming a baseball team, as it will be his last school year with them. They have a problem though: there aren't enough members. The tables have turned, and now it is time for Riki to reach out and recruit new friends into the Little Busters, just like Kyosuke had once done for him.